Hey, cruising friends, I hope you're sitting down for this. I have two stories for you today, and both of them talk about bad behavior. The first one is really bad, but the second one makes the first one look like nothing, so make sure you watch till the end. I'm Jeff, by the way, and this is Backroads Tourist. Shorter cruises like 3 or 4 night cruises are often referred to as party cruises or booze cruises. Now, I don't know for sure if alcohol was a factor in this story, but I'm going to bet that it was. It happened on the MSC Seashore, say that 5 times real fast, on Friday, August 16th. It was a 3-night cruise to Nassau and MSC's private island, Ocean Key. It was about 11:30 at night, and a comedian was doing his R-rated late-night comedy show when 2 guys in the audience started to fight. The comedian who was on stage and the cruise director stepped in and calmed the situation, and the guys sat down. Apparently, the problem had been taken care of. Well, then the comedian started to make a joke or two about the fight, sort of observational humor, I guess, and a woman got up from her seat, went to the stage, and started confronting the comedian. People came up and got her off the stage, and as she was leaving, the comedian made a few jokes about her and the situation, and she got madder and madder and louder and louder. It ended up with her grabbing somebody's glass, and I'm talking about a glass, and throwing it at the comedian on the stage. Fortunately, it missed. She also tried taking off her shoe to throw at him, but the people around her stopped her. The details about what happened next are a little bit sketchy. Now, I've heard a couple of different stories. One said that the woman was met by authorities at the next port of call, and another one said that she was just banned from ever sailing on MSC again. Word is also going around that the comedian was suspended until further review for how he handled the situation. I'm kind of torn on that part. I watched the video of the incident and the audio wasn't the best, so I couldn't really understand everything that was being said, but it was obvious that the comedian was adding fuel to the fire. In hindsight, he could have let her be escorted out of the theater and not made any comments, but as a performer, as an R-rated comic, he chose to be a little bit edgy. The crowd was on his side and he ran with it. Was it the right thing to do? I don't know. I'm sure that having someone come up on stage and confront him disrupted his thought process a little bit, and he had to make decisions in a stressful situation. Don't get me wrong, the lady who came up on stage was clearly out of line, and there's no excuse for throwing things at the comedian. I hope that the comedian gets another chance and that this doesn't hurt his career, and I hope that maybe he'll review the footage of the incident and use this as sort of a learning experience where maybe he'll find that he could have handled the situation differently while still maintaining the integrity of the show. All right, friends and neighbors, if you thought that story was crazy, put your seatbelts on because this next one is so much worse. But before I tell you about this hot mess, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to this little old channel of mine. Backroads Tourist has been up and running for well over 2 years now, and it's been fun to see this channel grow and evolve into what it is today. And it's still growing thanks to the over 4,000 people just like you who have clicked that subscribe button down there. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, are you ready for this? No, you're not ready for this, but here it comes anyway. Some children paid for their parents to go on not 1, but 2 cruises. Well, that's not a bad thing, is it? Well, the thing is, the kids had no idea that they were paying for it. Mom and Dad opened credit cards in their children's names and used the credit cards to pay for cruises. Hold on, it gets so much worse. One of the grown children got a letter from a collection agency saying that he owed more than $10,000 and they wanted to work out a payment plan. Of course, he didn't have that credit card, so he did some investigating and it looked like either his mom or dad had opened an account, so he talked to them about it. At first, his parents said that he must have received the letter by mistake. That's right, they denied it. But then they eventually came clean and admitted to opening credit cards in his and his siblings' names. They said that they fully intended to make the monthly payment so their kids would never find out, but then it just became too expensive to make the minimum payments, so that's when the collection agency got involved. So does the story end there? No, my friends, it doesn't. The parents came up with a simple solution to the problem. All the kids had to do was file for bankruptcy, and bingo bango, the problem would just go away. But here's the kicker. The mother suggested that before the kids file for bankruptcy, they should let the parents open up a few more credit cards in their names first. Parents of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. There's no word on if the children took any legal action or not. I hope they didn't file bankruptcy like their parents wanted them to. The story I read didn't give an end result. So what would you have done? Would you throw mom and dad under the bus, or is blood thicker than water, even in this case? It's hard to say. I just can't imagine parents doing that, but money sometimes makes people do unsavory things. Hey, thank you so much for watching today. Please give this video a like, and remember that I sure would like to have you as a subscriber if you aren't already. I'm Jeff. I hope to see you on a future cruise.